All right. This is a tutorial for how to set up a worship set on PlanningCenterOnline.com. All right, we're going to roll through it. I was in the middle of a session, and so I thought let's go ahead and run through it. Let make other people know how to do it. All right, so first thing you know, to get here quickest services.planningcenteronline.com. So that's the site you want to go to. If you have a subscription, you already know that. If you don't, um, now you know. All right, first step, we've got some tabs up here, services. If you have more than one, our fellowship at Treasure here in White Oak, Texas, we're starting to employ more and more of their services. They have some great tools from giving, um, check-ins and check-outs for like nurseries, better. They have some really good people management, team management products. These are the ones we have services for. Then you have your personal schedule. Again, if you already have that, stay with me. If you're just looking more for more nitty gritty, any schedules coming up right now, I've finished all my current schedules and I'm starting to set up schedules for the next 2 weeks. So I'm clear. Plans, we go there. This is going to be the plans you've already set up. You see I've got two rolling. I'm going to delete this one and I'm going to start over with you guys. So we start from scratch. Then we have, again, up here, songs. That's going to be your song library that we have linked, songselect.com, but they have multiple other databases that you can connect if you already have subscriptions to. You can just connect them there and it imports the music straight from there. Great tool. This is why we use this. All right, let's start in making a plan. Number one, um, let's go to add a plan. There are other ways you can do it. Just before we move here, see here, you already saw I could delete it real easy. I could also copy this plan. Um, so I could duplicate that plan, but I'm not going to do that right now. There's multiple reasons you can do that, but today we're here on how to make a set. So I'm going to add a plan. It's asking me dates. It's going to copy the times from the last schedule, which is comes from a template that I set up for our typical practice times. The important thing to notice is this is the date. It has an auto feature. If you already have a plan on the coming Sunday up, it just bumps it up to the next Sunday. Because I have this set up under weekend and midweek services because I have different teams for those. So it's already auto populated to my next Sunday since I already got a set for this coming Sunday. All right, I'm gonna add it. And then it's going to take me to that plan and we're going to start going through it and make it pretty, make it the way we like. All right, so from the top, we got the date. We're on the right schedule. That's 2 weeks from last Sunday. Then we have service time, rehearsal times. We practice on Thursdays and then we do a sound check and quick run through on Sundays. Polish up some things. And then we keep scrolling down on that side and we have teams. I have multiple teams. I have the band separated, all instrumentation. I have singers only, put in a vocal category and audio visual. And what I can do is I can quickly schedule, I can change them out. One thing I want to show you here is quick. Let's say Dennis is normally the guy that plays on my team, but he's out of town, he's sick. I contact one of my other guys and they're available. So I'm going to go ahead and move him off. And then it says, hey, look, you still need a person according to your template. So I click on there, it gives me an option. Now, right here, what it's showing me is the person who has that skill set. So I removed an acoustic player and it's giving me the options for acoustic player. You notice it says plus one person with conflict because I have them on a rotation. But because Dennis is hypothetically not feeling well this week, I can click on that and it shows me that other guy that I have for acoustic rhythm, and I can select him if I so desire. But Bear Dennis is the guy we're going to work with, so I'm going to put him back on. So that just shows you how to do that. You can also pull from, you can type in their name down here. That's for another video. All right, so once I check, these are the guys that I'm working with this week. I'm good. I can do the same for the singers. I can change them out, or I can just move on. I'm gonna go to making the set list. Then we'll come back to how to send them a message so they can review that list. All right, so looking at a song, we go through here and we have the title. I have a description of there. I'll show you more. Right here, we have 4 little icons. The blue one is I can add comments. So if I want my team to know some particulars for this song, be ready for rehearsal, I would usually stick it in there and it'll pop up on their app. I have pencils obviously for editing. I can also remove it through this negative sign here, and I can look at the attached PDFs by that little icon right there. All right, so let's go in and edit it. First song. So we got title up big on the top. We got time. I put in the estimated time to give my production guys an idea of what we're looking at. Then we have service options, pre-service, during service, post-service, depending on what your church body needs are. Then I have a description for my video and audio guys. I just put a quick description, make sure they know what order they want it in. Even though I'm putting them in the plan in the order that I want, this is just another thing I do. I'm also a teacher, so I usually have 2 or 3 fail safes to make sure that people have had every opportunity to get it right. All right, so keep going down. There's a lot of details you can add to this. For that super OCD type A personality loves to plan, this is a dream come true. For me, I just use these 2 bottom ones. Or you need little side notes, but I typically am, for me, I'm just using these for vocal notes, who's doing harmonies, who's doing leads. Right now I'm going to leave that. We're just showing you the basics. Then over here we got the title, the actual author of the song. This right here is the key that I originally imported it in. And then over here, any additional keys that I added to my Planning Center database are there as availability. And now here I have a sequence, so I can build a sequence for each song. Every worship group is different. Some people like to roll through it just like on the CD. Other people, there's a particular message out of the song they're trying to emphasize, so they'll just pick a certain verse or something, or they just go over the choruses. And you can put that right there, and the band member will know. And I'll show you in a second. Let me pop out. So right here is where they can see, and it does it in order from left to right. Verse 1, verse 2, chorus, verse 3, verse 4, chorus 2 times, bridge, chorus 2 times, you're done. So that's where that sequence shows up for the team. All right, let's say I want to change the song. So I'll go over there and I change the song. This is my database, so I can, up here, if I know the title, I can type it in. If I want to narrow my filters down, because I'm still not sure exactly which one because as you put songs in, you can add tags. So upbeat, praise, or you can put this is more of a worshipful song. This is more of an altar call song, or this is more of victory chant or faith oriented. So there's all kinds of tag options for depending on your needs. So anyway, so we're gonna go here and we're gonna put let's use one of these filters. Let's go for tempo, because I usually start off with a fast song. I'm going to apply that filter, and it's going to, everything that I've tagged fast, it's going to stick it on there. And all I got to do is go through and pick the one I want. So, and some of these are tagged incorrectly now that I'm looking at it. Oh well, we're moving on. You know that's an availability. Let's just pick a song. Glorious Day is one we like to start off with. So I'm going to start with Glorious Day. I can select the key I'm going to start in. I can check my details. Lee, Darnesia, Chong, and I usually have this is just some personal things that I do bear on this song. Sequence looks good, and we're gonna add it to our plan. Shazam! All right, so as you can see, that was fairly simple. That was painless. All right, now what if you're adding a song to the list? Now there are all kinds of slants to um, approach this, but we'll just stick to the task at hand, and we are going to add a song. So let's go to song number 2, and let's say I'm gonna change the song. I'm gonna add a song. So now we're back at my library. These are songs that I pulled in from Song Select. And you notice I have a couple pages, but I know it's not in my list, so I'm gonna add a new song. So now I can pull from my the databases that I have synced to this account. I'm pretty sure you can have more than one. So I'm gonna look build my life. Now look here. One thing that is good to know is that, like Solomon said, there's nothing new under the sun. And so there are, example, Holy is the Lord. There's a whole bunch of songs that have that title. And so when you don't know the author, most people don't know the actual authors, they know the band that they heard it from. So what I'll do is I'll go over to Song Select, and it makes it a little bit easier. So Build My Life, and this is one that I believe Pat Barrett plays a lot. May have been one of the authors. Well, I can go here and I can just look at the lyrics real quick. Easier than I can on Planning Center. So I can go, this is the song I'm looking for. Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, etc. So that's a quick way that I do just to check. And I go through here, and I just scroll back here, and we got the authors, Brett Junker, Carl Martin. I take note of that. So when I go back here and I put in that song, there's Brett Junker. And look, Pat Barrett's in there. We're good. So now here I can add a key. Now for me, I just put right here key of whatever key that I am going to be importing it on. I started there. I'm just going to go G. You can actually change this. Another thing to know is you can add your tags here at this point. So let's just look at that. So example, I can put medium speed right there. I can add another tag. I can put depends on what you already have available in your tag option. So anyway, that's an example of adding a tag, and then I'm making sure that song select chord chart is here. If you find the need for lyrics, that's option 2. There's another options here. We'll get to that later. All right, so we have Build My Life. I added a song, and now I can build a sequence. So I can go here, cool feature. I can add it just like they do it, or I can do it a different way. So I'm just clicking it on the order. If you get it out of order, you can click and drag. Now this is something you cannot do in the app. You cannot click and drag. Some phones can, but there are multiple phones that it just based on the software platform that Android or iOS device is on. So again, this is why I build my sets on my laptop, because I have it available. It's easy, but you can do it through the app. You can do it through your phone or wireless device. So those are options. All right, so I'm just going to accept that as a typical pattern. I can double check here, verse 1, verse 2, chorus, bridge. And so, and then it is, I'm going to actually switch this to song number 3 because I typically do another fast song. I'm just going to move this right here. I'm going to accept that. All right, now that's there. So I'm going to move this down here. So now you know how to add songs, and I'm not going to go through the rest of the set list because I think you have the idea. So far we've learned how to add a plan to the list. We've gone into that plan and we've looked at, are our times for practice and service correct? We have looked at, do we have the right band members on our list for the plan? And then we've looked at how to edit, change, and rearrange. There is an option in Planning Center that I love, and that is you can write your own music, or if you have a different music arrangement that you do to a song, you can do that editing within here, and I'm going to do that in a different video. But this is your basics that uh, will help you navigate creating your own worship set. Now, the final thing, once you've gone through and you've added all the songs that you want, is you need to let everyone know that that's available for them to look and they can practice at home and get ready for rehearsals. And so you'll see these envelopes here. You just highlight, put your mouse over it, and drop side menu will come up. Click on the email, and it auto populates. Now I've already put in a signature. This is part of the setup of the software, which I'm not going to get into right now. But my signature puts in here, and the coding allows that each person has a personalized email. So that name will go into this to their email address. So they're not getting all these names. Now also from the screen, you could add another note if you had some particular um, thank you guys for all you do in building the kingdom of our Father, Lord. So there you go. You can add a note, and then you hit send. I'm not going to hit send because I'm going to finish this up later. But when you hit send, um, it's going to automatically send it to the people listed up here, and it'll give you a message, let you know that it went well or if there's an error. And then you just go down and you do the same. You send a message to your vocals, you send a message to your audio visual or whatever teams you have available, and then you're ready to roll. And also, one more thing I forgot. You can add attachments here. So say this is a new song, like that one I added. So I could pick a video from YouTube. So I can go build my life. I'm gonna go ahead and add this. There you go. And you just add it. So that's another feature right there so that you can let people hear the song and review it. Some people have never heard it. Um, they can get ready for that. If you have tutorials that you want to add here, you can add MP3 files on this format. There's really no limit to what you want to equip your team for before practice through here. But for the basics of just getting the message out there, getting them the music, letting them know what's up, giving your audio tech guys a chance to get the slides and everything ready ahead of time, your team will love you for this. And my team took some adjustment, but right off the bat, they were thankful that we took the time and invested in this. They're thankful that I take the time and get this out to them. And I know your team will feel the same way. So I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, leave a comment. Let me know if there's other things that you saw that you want to know about. Feel free to leave that in the comments as well. and like or subscribe. We appreciate it, and have an awesome one.